So I'm going to have a look at pitching the Naturehike Cloud Peak 2. It's a new tent that I got for Christmas off the missus. I'm out with Dan tonight. We're up at White Pike Caves, just doing a quick camp for the evening. The weather's been absolutely miserable today getting up here. It's only about a mile really from the car to the cave, but it's like all uphill, so it's a bit of a slog. But yeah, like I said, we're in the caves, we're pretty dry now. There's a bit of water coming through. I'm going to have a look at pitching this Cloud Peak 2. So if you stick with us, we'll see how I get on. So I think Dan was saying there's two models out at the moment of this tent, one with a T door and one with like a dome shaped door. He's just setting his up in the background at the moment, behind me there. But yeah, it comes with the ground sheet, or the mat as they call it, the 3 sets of poles, and then the tent itself. So I'll put the ground sheet down first now, and then we'll have a look at getting the tent out. We've got to attach the inner afterwards, but once that's in, it can stay in then. So the ground sheet is rectangular, and depending on how you want to set it up, the doors will go on the longer side of the ground sheet. There is a door either side, so it's not the shorter side. So I'll show you what I mean in a minute, but this edge here is a longer side, this one here is a longer side, so the doors will both be here and over there. And the tent itself will come wrapped up like this in its bag with a little Velcro strap there. That Velcro strap will never be used again. And inside, pegs, 3 sets of poles, and then this is your roof vent cover, whatever you want to call it. So the first thing I'll do now is just get these poles, straighten them all out, make sure I know what's what, and then figure out which one goes where. But they do interlock, correct me if I'm wrong.
What's that?
There's a specific way that these poles overlap each other in there, for strength.
Yeah, so with the geodesic pattern, it's supposed to, each pole is supposed to cross over one pole and go underneath another pole, and that's what keeps the rigidity of the tent. It's not a massive deal in here because we're not dealing with wind or anything like that. It'll only sort of become an issue if the cave falls on us. It won't be as strong if we don't do that.
You never know, it might still hold up. These are quite long, aren't they?
Yeah.
Is it supposed to have a bend in it?
Yeah, like a log king.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what mine is, bro.
Oh, there you go, I don't know if you can see, just on the camera now. There is actually supposed to be a slight bend. Just knocked over my other light. A slight bend in the poles themselves. 3 of them, and I believe they are all the same size, are they?
Yeah.
Snagged.
Baggage.
Snagged. So that's all 3 poles done. What I'm going to do now is just open up the tent itself, get it laid out over the ground mat, and then have a look at fixing the poles in through the tent. I think I'll probably get Dan to give me a quick hand with this, if he's free. I might be wrong yet, but it looks like the inner's already attached to the tent from unwrapping it. Either that, or it hasn't got an inner.
Yeah, the inner is attached.
Nice.
That's it. That's it.
So pole number 1.
So, well, before you do anything, you can attach that ground sheet to the bottom of the inner as well.
Oh, there you go.
Just lay the loops. To the hook, sorry.
Yeah, so if you didn't get that, you can attach the ground sheet to the tent itself on each corner, should I say? Can't speak. And these poles as well, they don't actually slide through fabric tunnels like most tents have. They literally just clip on to the outside. But I mean, once we've got it up and sorted, I'll grab hold of the camera and we'll give you a quick show around.
Yep.
That goes in that net.
It's quite a bit different to mine actually.
Is it?
Yeah, so your hooks.
Going on an angle and straighten up.
Yeah.
Just go in that metal
Yeah.
loop there. So what's yours then? Yours just clips over the top?
Yeah, just clips on there. No. So you want to just go like maximum 2 up.
Alright.
Otherwise it'll just throw it out. Yeah. Yeah.
To this corner. So yeah, I'm not sure how much of this you can actually hear when Dan talks, but if you can see that there in the background, when you're setting it up, just put 2 of the clips on, and then once you've got all 3 poles in place, we'll do the rest of the clips. And whilst I'm kneeling down here, I'm just getting dripped on constantly, so I'm going to carry on. And then over the top of this one.
Yeah. Yeah, they've changed quite a lot on it.
Have they?
Yeah. Looks like it'd be a bit more wind resistant. Well, not wind resistant, but the tabs that you tie your guy lines out onto are a lot more sturdy.
Ah, yeah.
Then that just hooks onto the top. That's it.
Anywhere?
Outside of the that's good to go.
Nice.
So with it being self-supporting. You can move it, place it however you want it.
It's quite a light-ish tent. I think it comes in about 2.5 kilograms.
I think they're on, is it too far? We'll put the specs on the screen.
Yeah, we'll stick the specs on the screen now. Oh yeah, I'll give you that. I'll just show these. Just before we put the top on it, I'll have a quick run around. I'll show you these clips and that, and how we did it. So the clips themselves, put out of the way, just sort of twist on, and like I said, do the first two really. Although I seem to have missed this one out, so I can show you how that one goes on. In like that, turn. You're going to do the top two, bottom two, sorry, and then just make your way up to the top. At which point you'll have these C-type clips, which go on the outside edges, just to hold that triangular shape in place. And then Dan's just fitting the top now, which goes onto some loops just down here next to the guy line attachment points. But yeah, D-shaped door on this side, and then as we come round here, well, there's not much light, another one there, D-shaped door there as well. So we'll have a look now at getting in the tent, and then I'll pass it over to Dan, because he can probably tell you more about the insides and potentially about any differences there is compared to his. I'll give you that and I'll unzip this.
So the first difference to note on this new style is these clips, obviously, like Chris said, and then the thicker webbing strap on mine. They're just like they just clip straight over. Strap's a lot thinner. It's obviously a lot more vulnerable to bad weather and such. And then the second difference would be that big D-shaped or an upside down D-shaped inner door. Mine's actually a T-shape, so it's got one zip that comes down and then the zip that goes straight across the bottom, so this door rolls down quite tidily in comparison to mine. Apart from that, the look pretty much identical. Just the toggles on mine are red and a bit more narrow, whereas these are a bit wider, silver. The guy lines and the drawstring on the bag on mine's yellow, whereas on Chris's it's grey, I think, or silver.
They're all grey.
Yeah. Looking inside, the bag's a room. It's one of the only two-person tents that you can actually get two people in. It's got the usual gig with the old hanging hook at the top. The double zips so you can unzip along the top edge of the tent and let some breeze through, and pocket for your gear in the back. What do you reckon about that then?
Nice.
Sopping wet.
It's yeah, I am pretty wet, yeah. But it's a decent tent now. We'll see what it's like tonight. I mean, first time I've used it. Dan's used it a couple of times now, or maybe more than a couple of times.
Oh yeah.
The duration that he's had it, but
Sure, I'll be in the 20s,
yeah,
20 odd times I reckon.
yeah.
But for the money, I genuinely don't think you can get a better tent.
No.
For its water resistance, weather resistance and everything else. They really are made very well.
Byron was supposed to be with us tonight. He would have probably been out in his Fox 2.
Yes, sir.
But we'll see if we can get a pitching video of that at some point at a later date when he's free. So I thought I'd bring you back quick just to show you the the inside of the tent again. Now that I've got all my kit in there, see my breath is pretty cold. Yeah, I'll show you what I've got in there, where my sleeping system is, and then just how much room we've got. But I'll pan you around now. I'll put my head torch on, and then it'll give you a bit more light as well. So yeah, back inside the tent, just at the top, just got my little light hanging off there. There is a big pocket here, which you can store stuff in as well. I don't know if Dan mentioned that earlier on. So yeah, sleeping bag, mat, all down one side. I've got my kit bag. That's an Osprey 65 or 70 litre, so it's quite a big bag, and it just fits nicely in the corner there. Then obviously we've got a bit of room here to get in and out. I've got my light, another couple of bits in that corner, and then just on the outside here, a large table with all my cooking kit on it. So yeah, I mean, overall there's quite a bit of room in there, and it's a decent looking tent from what I've seen so far, but we'll spend the night in it tonight, and then we'll go from there. So spent the night in the Cloud Peak 2. We're up now, probably been awake since about 6 o'clock, it's about 8 o'clock now, and yeah, this thing's it's an awesome piece of kit. We had the door open on it all night. It probably got down to like maybe 0, -1 degrees, and the inner on this tent alone, even though it's only like, it's half fabric, half net, there's absolutely 0 condensation in here, and it was pretty warm all night really. So it's a good bit of kit. Definitely recommend buying one if you wanted like a free season tent. I mean, it could be used in the snow, but there's no snow skirts on it, so you just have to sort of build it up a bit. But yeah, for the money, fantastic bit of kit really. So I thought I'd just come back on, obviously let everybody know. Survived the night in the cave after setting up the tents, and yeah, probably gonna have a look at getting it packed away now. So we'll see if we can get it back into its bag the way it came out when it was brand new, but it's highly doubtful, and we'll go from there.